Welcome back to Explain America. This is your host, Kyle Becker. While FBI Director Kash Patel is dropping the hammer on more agents, and the cases that have just popped up in the headlines, well, they are really eyebrow raising. I think you're going to love these stories. But before we get into this, please like, share, and comment at Explain America. We appreciate your support for common sense journalism. Now, we brought you the story about FBI Director James Comey. He was indicted by a grand jury, and he is facing a actual criminal trial over his lying to Congress and his leaks. And it turns out that when the hammer dropped and it looked like Comey was going to be arrested, well, an order was given for him to be perp walked. And that's amazing. I think that would have been justice to the extreme. And, well, one of the FBI agents didn't go along with it, didn't want any part of the perp walk or the arrest. That agent has been fired, according to a report by Reuters. That is beautiful. Root out these deep state, disloyal traitors to the United States. If you really look at the whole case of what Comey was involved in, his protection of Hillary Clinton during the 2016 campaign, that's election rigging. She was guilty according to the law. Nothing was done about it. And then this hoax case against Donald Trump for Russia collusion, which of course was fantasy land based on dubious sources from the Steele dossier and Hillary Clinton and DNC, all of that. And James Comey was a central figure in all of that. So the more of these FBI agents that can just do us all a favor, announce that they are in favor of treason and election fixing and betraying the trust of the American people, the better. And they're getting fired summarily, and I love it. And just to show how far FBI Director Kash Patel is going to make sure that these disloyal actors, these unprofessional, partisan agents are removed from the Bureau, well, a report came out, and it looks like an FBI agent was removed for displaying a pride flag on the person's desk. And this person was on probation at the time, mind you, but it looks like they went against protocol, and MSNBC, they can't stand it. They don't understand why leftists can't just announce their partisan loyalty in an office that's supposed to be professional and impartial to Americans, just regardless of their political beliefs. They cannot understand it. Let's take a look at this just for entertainment purposes, because we know MSNBC is a fake news cloud show. So let's take a look.
This is insane on so many levels that I don't know where to begin or how to demarcate all the different tiers of inanity that this signifies, but I'll do my best. First of all, the FBI's mission statement is to uphold the Constitution of the United States and protect the American people. The Constitution has certain guarantees under the First and 14th Amendment that protects people's right to speak and protects their sexual orientation. There are Hatch Act considerations that prohibit certain types of political advocacy by a federal employee, but a pride flag implicates none of those. You know, for every year I was in the FBI during Pride Month, every single FBI field office and every single DOJ building would fly the pride flag outside. So what this employee was doing was not at all out of line, out of the norm, or at all inappropriate. It's absolute madness. And the fact that Kash Patel would go after this individual is lunacy. He was an Attorney General Award winner. That is the Justice Department's highest award for investigative or prosecutorial accomplishments. I spent the first portion of my career in the same office as this individual. I don't think we overlapped, but we know a lot of people in common. And based on what I've heard from all my friends who are still there, he was somebody we very much wanted in the organization. This erosion of constitutional protections and rule of law is getting so far out of hand that I don't understand why American citizens are putting up with it.
Well, thank you for watching Explain America. Weigh in with your own thoughts. Do you think the swamp is being drained fast enough? What do you think about Kash Patel and the job he's doing? I mean, it's really tricky right now, and we have a lot of really difficult issues that are on his desk, but I think the progress is coming slow and steady. Of course, Americans want to see justice for the bad actions that were taken under previous administrations, but slow and steady, it seems to be working to some degree, and hopefully we can see some real reform in the FBI and the Department of Justice. And it's going to take some time, but I think we might be on the right track. You feel free to disagree with me, but we always respect your opinion at Explain America.